Thank you so much, and thank you for having me this week. Well, our conversations online lately are filled with, "Do you hear this news about COVID-19 pandemic?" For example, do you assume this is a bad time to sell a home because real estate prices are crashing? Well, no. It may seem to some outside of the real estate industry, but buyer demand continues to outrun seller supply. And many people are stuck in the last recession expecting home prices to drop, but that won't happen anytime soon. Some think that unemployment rates and news about the recession naturally leads to weakness in the housing market, but that is not true. Home buyers who enter the market may be in for a surprise, and homeowners may be missing on top leasing opportunities if they believe some common myths. To help separate the truth from the half truths that might be filling your social media feeds, here are top 3 coronavirus real estate myths from Realtor.com and some much needed clarification. Myth number 1: it is a bad time to sell your home. Homeowners may be nervous with unemployment such high and a pandemic that seems uncontrollable. How could it possibly be a good time to sell? Fear of coronavirus exposure is probably the main reason many people are keeping their homes off the market. But many may also assume that selling a home right now is just a pointless attempt, surrounded by few home buyers and low prices. But on the contrary, the latest statistics suggest that now it is one of the best times in years to sell a home. And this is for several reasons. Given the pandemic and the uncertainty it has caused, the general sentiment is that now is not a good time to sell your home. Yet so far, the data suggests the opposite. That buyers outnumber sellers in the housing market, which means it is better to be a seller than a buyer right now. So sellers, listen up. The low housing inventory is one reason why those who list their homes will enjoy a strong seller's market. Home buyers eager to purchase are creating bidding wars as they compete for limited inventory. So you have a lot of buyers and few listing properties. And this could get sellers a higher price. Also, according to the chief economist of the National Association of Realtors, multiple offers could be a fairly common thing over the next couple months. Myth number 2: home prices are dropping. This myth could be a leftover of the last recession over a decade ago, but home prices are actually rising. During the first quarter of 2020, the national median price for single-family homes rose about 7.7%. Home prices are growing at the same pace this time last year. The reason? Record low mortgage rates. Low interest rates, which makes homes more affordable, are one of the factors supporting prices. Also, stimulus money and other government payments that have enabled millions of Americans to meet their obligations. Myth number 3: everyone is leaving the cities and rushing into the suburbs. This is probably the most widespread myth of them all, and it certainly makes sense from a pure impulse level. Cities pose more challenges for social distancing that that's densely popular areas such as suburban. And yes, listing in the suburbs are drawing more attention these days. For example, in May, the numbers of views in suburban zip codes rose to 13%, and that is nearly double the views that listings in cities and urban areas receive. And this is according to Realtor.com. But guys, not everybody is living the city. Unless you're extremely wealthy, it's not that easy to pick up and move. This is particularly true while few companies have announced that their employees can work from home indefinitely. But then most companies haven't decided yet whether or not their employees one day have to return to the office. Many of these people looking in the suburban areas may not be as serious, and when it comes time to make an offer on a house and packing up their belongings, they may prefer to stay put and see how the pandemic pans out. Many people wouldn't want to change their lifestyle. It makes a big difference having to drive 30 minutes to a restaurant than being able to walk around the corner. And that's my session for today. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks.